What's happening, guys? Today I'm joined with Mr. Steve Zaragoza from SourceFed Nerd. We are here at the SourceFed offices.
Yeah.
I brought some of the footage that we shot the other day. I'm actually really excited to show this to you because some of the red footage is just really phenomenal. I shot some of the GoPro stuff in their Pro Tune mode, and it matches up really well with the other stuff there. Just out of curiosity, what's your experience with firearms?
Dude, I'm like a baby when it comes to firearms. I mean, but everything I ever learned about it has basically been from you, you know, like keeping your finger off the trigger.
Okay, so before the Comfort Zone episode, have you ever fired a...
Yeah, I went to a range once with my buddy Kit, and this was years ago. This was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Sure.
Maybe even more. And we went to a range, fired my very first gun, and it was like a terrifying experience for me because I wasn't ready for the power.
Yeah. What kind was it?
It was just like a handgun. It wasn't anything. I don't know exactly what it was.
Oh,
but
what
it was
caliber?
Like, it was one of those where you pull it back to put the bullet in there, and then you press the trigger and a bullet comes out.
I love the very specific like description of it. Yeah, you just put the bullet in there, pull it back, and it goes.
It's the one where, like, when you pull the trigger, a powerful thing shoots out.
A projectile comes out.
Yeah,
Okay.
a metal thing shoots out.
Okay, yeah, I mean, because you really handled, like, to your credit, like, I was really surprised with you guys when you came out there for the Comfort Zone episode, because, you know, a lot of people get very apprehensive the first time they're shooting and everything, and they get nervous, you know, their follow through on the trigger, breathing, everything, but your groups were, like, extremely consistent.
Thanks,
so I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna set you up with this revolver for this episode, and man, you did a great job.
Thank you.
Now, just to give everyone a backstory on this, as far as the distance is concerned, I'm a pistol, rifle, and shotgun instructor, and as far as like the NRA is concerned, you're supposed to, when you teach beginner shooters and stuff like that, generally you'll be 10 to 20 yards out. And they don't like using silhouettes and stuff. You just use bullseye targets and stuff like that. So I figured this glassware would be really good for you to shoot on and whatnot. And so I intentionally set it out about 15 to 20 yards out for you to shoot. Great job. I mean, like looking at the bullseye stuff in the beginning to get your shots up there and everything. Your groups were consistent and everything. So I was a little nervous because this glassware that we used in the thing, the triple neck beakers or the triple neck boiling flasks are like, they're kind of expensive.
Oh, really?
So I felt weird because you're Steve, just a backstory. Steve is like one of the biggest Breaking Bad fans that I know.
Yes.
So the 3-neck boiling flask is one of the key laboratory components that is utilized in meth labs and stuff. And how do I know this? Well, back home in Tennessee, our federal and state methamphetamine task force, that's actually the logo. So growing up, I knew like, oh, it's a 3-neck beaker with the skull and the cross thing out. It's like, oh, okay, so that's what I'll get for this episode. And like, I have all these guns and stuff and all these licenses to manufacture and everything. It's like, hey, you know what? If I wasn't on a watch list before, people are gonna be freaking out, like when I'm ordering all this equipment.
Like, well, who is this guy? We're gonna go through and check it out.
So I digress. Let's go ahead and pull some of this stuff up. I will get some of the slow-mo stuff first. Let's see. This is the glass. Let's go ahead and show you first.
Okay.
All right. So here's the first part of it here. Now, the cool thing about, I haven't done a whole lot of revolver stuff, so you're kind of the guinea pig for this, which is cool because I get to get behind the camera and operate, which generally I don't get a chance to proof these shots the way I was for you. So this is exciting.
Oh, nice.
But watching the revolver there, you see the gases actually come out of the side of the revolver.
Wow.
And so now the gases are coming out and you get that big muzzle flare.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, the cone effect on that is really cool.
Wow, that is awesome. It almost looks like a jellyfish. Like a jellyfish.
And so you see the flame or whatever, the gases are pushing it. So right at the front end of the swirling smoke and everything there, you can see the bullet coming out.
Look at that.
So this is the close-up of it. Again, this is about 30,000 frames per second here.
Jesus. Wow,
and you
look
get
at that.
You see the gases coming out the front of the cylinder there.
Oh, man.
And then pushing out the barrel.
Wow, look, you can still see kind of something. I mean, I don't know if that's just the lighting or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
but...
I think that's the gas coming out the back of.
Wow, look at that. And look at this, like all this meat, like in my arm is going bloop.
Bloop.
Yeah. Wow, that's so crazy.
All right, I'm gonna pull up your targets here. We'll see which one we got here.
Yeah, look at this.
So this is the beaker.
Okay.
This is the beaker here.
Not from the Muppets. Not that beaker. That's not. Have you ever shot a beaker, though?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever shot a Muppet?
Well, no, I have shot a beaker. I shot it for the, actually for what this get-up's for is the M60 video.
Oh, yeah.
So the 7.62 round coming in at these guys. And it looks tight.
Oh, man.
Tight.
Look at that bullet. Just, it's
It's taken forever to get in there.
Forever, but it's hilarious. I mean, it's just amazing.
So, I mean, you were pretty much dead on that, and doesn't strip, and it is a hollow point too. And what's interesting about that is it really didn't peel back the round or.
So yeah, it came out like pretty much intact.
Yeah,
huh?
It came out intact.
So it looked like it almost like scraped the back, or it scraped the wood there. Did it
yeah,
hit
I think
the wood
it did.
at all?
I think it did. Yeah.
Wow, and then it just kind of spins out, huh? And
Yeah.
that's that.
Here is the Erlenmeyer flask.
Oh, there it is.
This was a really good hit too.
Oh, wow.
That was a good shot. That's a really good shot.
Man, that is awesome. See, if I could redo it, I'd go just a little lower.
Oh, you try to go lower?
It didn't matter, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess you could go lower and push more out the top, but yeah, that was a really good shot.
Wow, look at that. It left the base. I like
That's
that. A
it.
little bit of the
That's
base
it.
down there.
All right, so here's the last one right here.
Okay.
And this is a 3-neck boiling flask. And so I actually filled this one up to the top where realistically you wouldn't have the levels for any type of experiment that high. But I really wanted, like, whenever you shoot it, I wanted to see if like it'd push water out the top before it shattered everywhere.
Yeah, sure.
So
Does it do that?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh,
So
man.
this is the first time checking it out.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah,
No,
look at that.
It's not really pushing it.
Yeah,
no.
it like barely, the level barely rose there.
Yeah,
at all.
that's cool.
Wow, look at that shot though.
So many particles.
God, that is freaking awesome, man.
Yeah.
It looks like it even, wow, look at that piece of the.
Yeah, what is this coming at the lens
Which one
right
is
here?
that? I know, that's what I was saying, like something came towards the lens.
Right.
Yeah, that, right? Like a
Oh,
piece
I
of
guess
glass?
it's just fluid, yeah. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Breaking Bad
yeah,
because
let's do it.
this spoiler alert. Let's right here. Let's just say spoiler alert.
Yeah, you can't talk about this show right now without spoiling something.
Yes, because okay, you have a show on SourceFed Nerd called Breaking Down Breaking Bad, correct? Okay, so there's so many breaking or the breakdown. There's all of this. There's all of this
Breaking
stuff.
Bad.
Yeah. So as of shooting these videos, there's 2-3 episodes left. This is over the last few weeks.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen the M60 shot yet.
No, but he's got to do something, right?
Yes,
He's
yes.
gotta do something.
I'm kind of curious if this will go up on Monday. So if Walt hasn't fired the M60 yet, it would be in probably the season finale.
It has to, unless it was a big red herring and they wanted you to think something would happen.
Exactly.
With that gun, and they never used it.
So I want to know from you guys what your thoughts are on that and everything. Spoil in the comments all you want. Speculate, do whatever you want. Let me know in the description below.
Do you think could Walt even fire
Yes.
that gun like standing,
Yes.
like alone?
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely. It's not nearly as effective as you would think. The M60 shoots a 7.62 millimeter round, and it's comparable to the AK-47 or whatnot. It's a 30 caliber projectile, but it's belt fed. And I know a lot of people who have fired it standing up. I've fired it standing up many a times. They have newer versions which are scaled down. This was the heavy gun back in like quintessential like Vietnam era movies and stuff like that. The Pig, it's commonly referred to. It's the big heavy gun that the guys carried. And they still do today. Most of the time they're using the Mark 43, but these guys are carrying them. They'll put bipods down and they'll shoot it. But I have tons of videos. Actually, in this video, Wednesday's video, I have a buddy of mine shooting it standing up. He's like in a pond and he comes up out of the water and just starts firing it and everything.
Awesome.
It's so funny.
So, okay, so let me ask you this. Let's put our heads in Walt's head for a second
Yeah.
here. And that guy that he gets the gun from is the same guy that he got his little gun that you had me fire, the one that he bought from the gun guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what conceivable idea do you think Walt had? I mean, what could he have possibly asked for and then gotten that gun? Like, what would he say? I want a gun that's going to absolutely just level an entire room. What's the purpose of that?
Yeah,
gun?
I don't, you know, so the M60 has many different applications over the years. I mean, it's seen many conflicts, from mounted to vehicles, aircraft, boats, infantry. I mean, it's extremely versatile. It's a very heavy gun, but it's belt fed. So I could see a few different scenarios. He might not be taking it to carry and clear a room, because I mean, if that were the case, he would just get an M16 would be way more common than an M60. But I would think that he would get that and he would just link up, because it's a belt-fed machine gun. Put it on a bipod, get somewhere on a car or something like that, and just lay into whoever. So I don't want to give away too much of your opinion, because you guys do Breaking Bad, right? On SourceFed Nerd. So you guys can go over there, check that out. Don't forget about new episodes every single week on Rated R, new episodes of Reloaded right here on Tech Feed. See y'all next time.
See you guys.